Good morning. My name is Ayomide. I'm a full stack developer. I write Laravel and React. I've been working on PHP for over 3 years now. So this morning I'll be talking about the MVC framework. Web application development over the years have evolved from just having HTML and CSS to now having thousands of developers collaborating, working together on a particular project. And with this, it has made what developing web application easier and what well easy or what to track and manage. So let's look at the MVC framework. What exactly is the MVC framework? The MVC framework is what a web application design pattern that makes what developing robust web application easier. As a sort of people working together, you're having thousands of people collaborating on a project. How do you want to manage a project if you are going to use procedural programming? It's not going to be easy. So what developers now came up with what different design patterns to work with, and the most popular design pattern they were able to come up with is the MVC. So let's look at the MVC in detail now. Join me as I break down the MVC. The M in the MVC stands for the model, the V stands for the view, and the C stands for the controller. So what exactly is the M? The model. Basically, what the model does is this: the model is in charge of interactions with your database. It controls your data in the applications, talking about the crude functionality, creating, the read, updates, and deleting of data. These are what the responsibilities of what of the model. It's actually the place where your core business logic is written. That is the model. So let's move on and talk about the view. The view actually stands for uh, the outward appearance. For example, let me just say basically the front end of your web application, the appearance, the web page that is displayed that users can see and interact with is what is your view. Let's move on to talk about the controller. Basically, what the controller does is this: the controller is responsible for handling requests in your applications. So every application you're developing, there's always a communication. There's a chain of communication between what the M, the model, the V, the view, and what the C, the controller, to what develop a robust web application. Let me give an analogy so that you can understand the MVC better. If I want to build a login functionality now, a login functionality with a login form, the login form that users will see and be able to put in their detail is what is the view. That's what the outward, the presentation of what of that functionality. That's the login form. So users can probably enter their email and their password. Then what? There's a controller that handles requests that will tell the what that will bring the exact um request intended by the user. For example, now let's say my domain is www.text.com/login. Putting that URL, it sends a request to the controller involved, and what will bring the necessary what view involved. So basically, what the model will do is this: the model will be in charge of what of checking the data, validating the data, ensuring that the data inserted by the user corresponds with the data in my database. So all activities involved with data management, data validation, and all other logic is what inside what the model. So let's talk about the advantages. Let's talk about the benefits, the merits of using an MVC framework or using MVC. MVC actually helps in splitting of code. Now you're having most projects now you are working with more developers, not just yourself. So you can't put your model view and controller in a particular place. You have to split everything. It helps in building robust web application easily, and especially when you are collaborating with people on a project. So another advantage of this is what, as I said earlier, it was helps in what faster and rapid application development. So let's talk about the popular MVC frameworks that we have now. We have the Laravel MVC framework, we have the Yi, we have the Cake PHP, we have the Code Igniter, and there are other MVC framework. But you actually have to just find your preference. For me, personally, I prefer the Laravel framework. For me, it's cool. I love the documentation, very easy to follow, and helps in rapid web application development. Thank you so much. I hope you've been able to understand the basics of MVC with my little explanation. Thank you so much.